Yes, I am live. I am live. Impromptu. I could have set a timer, but I didn't. I just decided to go live. So whoever joined me on this live, I appreciate you. Whoever listened on the playback, I appreciate you as well. I'm not going to keep y'all too long. I just got some things I just want to say real quick. Also, make sure you log on to doggiediamondstv.com. That is the official website, doggiediamondstv.com. Mark it in your browsers, mark it in your phone, mark it in your iPhone. Visit it. You know, it's a lot going on that website. Videos you might have missed, ways to get in contact with me. Just make sure you log on there. doggiediamondstv.com. And have you heard about my $100 promo deal? If you didn't, let me give you some details real quick. First and foremost, the promotion will be done on Doggie Diamonds TV as well as the Interlude TV. That's on the Insta stories, the YouTube community, the threads, the Facebook and the Twitter accounts. I can promote whatever you need. But as a reminder, this is for serious inquiries only. Must be Cash App ready. I can help you bring more awareness to your product. Just contact at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. At Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. Listen, I don't care if it's your YouTube. We ain't in competition. If you need help with your YouTube, if you need help with your t-shirt line, your music, you got a song, whatever you need to do, and you need promo for, I can help you. Just hit me up at Doggie Diamonds. And Coach Kandaka is now accepting new clients. And this is for artists, podcasters, business owners, and content creators like myself. And the services include social media growth, brand clarity, organic supporter building, rollout strategy, product management, and monetization strategy. So social media growth is how to grow your social media organically, brand clarity, and that just basically mean like, what is your brand about? What is the direction of your brand? Organic supporter building, that and social media growth go hand in hand. Rollout strategy. Many times you want to do an album, you want to do some new products, but you don't know how to convey it to the people. She can help you with that. Product management. If you have a product and you like, damn, how do I manage this? I got this. She could give you the strategy or how to do that. And monetization strategy is how to monetize your social media, your product, and your social, your YouTube, but whether it's your website or whatever. So everybody want to be monetized. She know about all of that. So just send her a DM at Coach Kandaka on IG. Let's go. Yes. And as the dopest theme music, come on YouTube. Don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes. Make sure you hit that like button. I see SCG Publishing in the building. Its boss is here. Lord Striker, former janitor at Group Scoop Curry. Symbol Uploads is in the building. Tay Luciano Media is here as well. Nate Jackson, I see you. OG Bobby Johnson is in the building. 8993. PJ Allen 15 is in the building. Tiger, I see you. CEO Falcone is here as well. We got Richie ROQ is in the building as well. OG Quincy Jones is in the building. Don GF is in the building. Twan G, what's going on? Derek Douglas, I see you. Coach is in the building to hold down the moderation, the moderation. Sincere, I see you. The Emilio Egbar show is in the building. DJ Rec and the Ill Robot is in the building. Native Indian is in the building. Zay Indigo is here too. Peter Truth, I see you as well. Yes, TH from the Gas House. NC is in the building. Make sure we get them likes up. 617 is in the building. Yes. And don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Bernadette Bernie, how you doing? I promise. NA Rock is in the building. Uh-oh. That means Brooklyn is in the building. Boston is here too. Listen, this dialogue is going to be one for the ages. I promise you. I got a lot of talking points that I want to bring to y'all. And this is one to grow on for everybody who might be a part of something, think they're the leader of something, the boss of something, or both. I'm going to break down the difference between a leader and a boss. Everybody is not capable of being both. Some people would think because they the boss, they the leader. Sometimes people think because they're a leader, they're the boss. Not too many people can do both. And that's what's really plaguing us, what we got going on in this space of hip-hop entertainment, you know? So I want to break down that for y'all if I could tonight. Just make sure y'all hit the like. I'm here. You know, they've been playing with my YouTube, definitely playing with my numbers. But, you know, we just got to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Just got to keep pushing. No complaining. They not notifying a lot of people. They not letting people know. They're not giving them the notifications. They're not making sure it's recommended. They're not doing a lot, you know? But so what? All right, I'm ready, man. Don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Sticky Finger, what's up? Check videos online is in the building. Oh, I'm in album mode too, man. I'm gonna play y'all. I'm gonna keep playing some stuff for y'all one night. I'm gonna play y'all a little bit. What's up, everybody? I'm Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. Myself on YouTube. This is my podcast, which also goes out on audio on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. All you got to do is look up Doggie Diamonds No Filter. If you're a fan of audio, it comes up as well. And everything is in the description box as well. Everything pertaining to me is in the description box. I try to do important shows that I think y'all could learn from based off of my experiences, what I've been through, what I've seen, and what I know. Shows when people should be learning something is very, very difficult to do because everybody don't want to learn. We in the know-it-all stage based off of what people think, not what people know. And if you are somebody who's been through it, people tend not to listen to you depending on what perch you sitting on. So if I look down on people and I show material possessions and showed you I'm getting it like this and I'm living it like this, people tend to listen to people who can floss in front and want people to aspire to be like that based off of material possessions, not off of knowledge. Because some people are very knowledgeable and they just don't have material possessions. Some people do. Some people live a minimalist lifestyle. Some people, you know, not really into certain things, you know. Me being of a certain age, I digested a lot of things. So things that might be cool for you is no longer cool for me. Certain things that, you know, you might want, I had already. So it's nothing wrong with wanting things, but it's where we at in stages of our life, you know, in our maturity level, our mental maturity, our spiritual maturity, especially our physicality too. Because that plays a part into things like, you know, you can have 80 pairs of sneakers, but you really only have 2 feet, you know. So I can't tell you what you need. You know, I can't tell you what you need. That's not my call. But if you got all these sneakers and you ain't got no place to stay, where you gonna put the sneakers? You know, so it's the difference between your needs, your wants, and just being mature and being able to take care of yourself in your immediate family, you know. So that brings the above topic of a boss versus a leader. Now, what's the difference? Because in this place, in this space, a lot of people believe that they're a boss, right? And you could be the boss of yourself and your situation, but that don't mean you a leader. See, we're all bosses of ourselves. But when it comes to other people, you're not their boss unless you are employing them. If you're not giving somebody money, you are not their boss. And I think we get these crews, you know, I got Doggie Diamonds TV and I say I'm the boss. But if I don't have nobody who's working for me, I'm the boss of Doggie Diamonds TV and myself. I can be somebody's boss if I'm employing them. But more important than being a boss to me is being a leader. So what's the difference between a boss and a leader? Let me give you something real quick. A boss gives orders. A leader gonna give you direction. So I could say, yo, do the thumbnail like this, that, and the third, that, and go sit down somewhere. A leader's gonna say, do the thumbnail, use this program, and this is how you do it. This is the template. This is how I want it. This is how I want it. Oh, you don't know how to do it? Yo, I rock with you. I need you on my team because you're a valuable person to my team. Use this and do this. That's what a leader's gonna do. Because it's my job to lead you to greatness. A boss, when we was a kid, what we used to say, don't boss me around. You don't think it's ironic that social media is about following somebody? So if you follow somebody, Tim Mack, I appreciate you. If you following somebody, where are they leading you to? Think about all the people you follow. You don't think that's ironic that it's called a follow? What are you following? See, I follow things that inspire me. I follow things that like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm not following somebody because she got big jugs or big cake or he put on jewelry or he got them little 1 minute analogies and he don't live it, but it just looks good on paper. It looks good, them 1 minute sermons or them 30-second memes, always about not trusting somebody or something like that. I don't follow stuff like that. I follow people who's in my space who do things that I want to learn, who I know are good leaders. A boss puts his crew in the line of fire. A leader stands in front of his crew. I'm front line. This is how we gonna do this. I'm not gonna say, yo, y'all go outside, yo, get active on them dudes. A leader says, yo, we going out there. We gonna get busy. But yo, you take Gates, you take Fulton, we gonna meet them in the middle of Washington Avenue. My bad, that's just Brooklyn, my hood talk, but that's what a leader does. A boss don't say, yo, go. A boss is gonna say, yo, go get them. He ain't gonna tell you how to do it, but then get mad when it's not done right. That's bad leadership. It's so many people in this space, in this culture that are very bad leaders. But they the boss, they this. They want everybody to, a boss wants everybody to eat off him. A boss wants everybody to eat off him. Think about the bosses in this culture. When somebody feeds you, could they not starve you? So a boss wants everybody to eat off him or her. A leader teaches everybody how to eat with him and how to get it on their own. That's important. That is important. A boss wants to delegate the money. And when you fall out of favor or whatever the case may be, you wasn't liking posts, you didn't repost, because everything is about a post. I had posted and posted. You didn't comment. You didn't follow. You didn't do certain things. A boss wants everybody to eat off him or her. A leader teaches everybody how to eat with them and how to get it on their own. That's the difference. So we in this space right now, when a person feeds you, they also could control you. They also can control how you eat. That's how you become dependent. Respectfully, that's why you have Floyd Mayweather and then you got everybody around him. And I don't want to single him out because I ain't trying to single nobody out. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular as well, too. If the shoe fit, wear it. A hit dog gonna holler. If you in a crew of people and you are the only millionaire, then you are a part of the wrong crew. Rather, if you in a crew and there's only one millionaire and you ain't one of them, is this your boss or your leader? Because the leader want everybody to eat. So if I fall off, everybody good. Once upon a time in my crew, respectfully, when we was all getting money, some dudes in my crew wasn't getting no money. Yo, let's chip in and get them an 8-ball. Although this was 25, 30 years ago, just what it was. Yo, hold up. We getting this, we getting that. Yo, what y'all trying to do? Yo, I just need this. All right, everybody put in. Let's get them some 8-balls. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. Nobody in my crew gonna starve. Everybody gotta get. I got this, you got this, you do this over here, you do this over there. But yo, nah, everybody gotta be able to get it. Let's chip in. So nobody feels slighted. But now we in a time where everybody think they the boss. That's why if you notice, I'm the biggest boss, the boss. To follow me, I'm the boss. How you the boss? But you think you a leader too. Look at these crews where it's a name. Look at these crews that it's a name. Who's a part of that crew anymore? Bad leadership. When you are the leader, everything is your fault. You cannot shirk responsibility as the leader. You cannot disappear on your crew. You can't take breaks. You can't take vacations because you are delegating every day and showing and proving through your actions because everybody gonna follow you, right? Everybody's following your lead. So if your lead is to get low, your lead is to have an attitude, your lead is to do things wacky and sloppy, and everybody's following that, then you're a bad leader. You might be the boss. You might be the person who put the money up for the situation, but you can't lead the situation. That's why you got CEOs, you got owners. Some CEOs is not always the owner. You know that Mayweather owned Mayweather Promotions. But the brother with the bald head that handled the day-to-day operations was the CEO. See, we think the CEO is always the owner. We see CEOs get fired. Do the company go away? No. You just was the operator of the company, but you don't own the company. We think we the CEO, we think we the owner, and we think we the boss. That mentality got us twisted. I look at myself in this day and time, right? When we had Forbes DVD, I put everybody on the site. That was my outlet. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. If you had a song, you had anything, I put you on there. I wasn't really always about taking money off people. My former partner was like, yo, niggas gotta pay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Looking back, hindsight is 2020. I'm not mad at that. He had the right mentality in that. Here it is in 2025. Everybody got their outlet, and I ain't never been on nobody outlet. Niggas don't repost me. Leonard Ellaby was his name. He was the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, but you know Floyd owns it. Because the CEO is based off a board. You got majority owners, you got minority owners, you got shareholders. A lot of these guys who you're looking at, they talk in these companies, they don't have legitimate LLCs, they don't have EINs, they don't have anything. It's just a logo and a name. And they're very bad leaders. You know how you know when you're a bad leader? When somebody's on your team and they're not doing well. They're not doing well. If you really, because y'all love to read the 48 Laws of Power. That's cool. I read The Art of War. Also read Mastering the Art of War. where you feed the troops. In this day and time, what was Max B's biggest gripe? That he's in there writing the rhymes, doing the hooks and doing all that. And Jim Jones is trying to buy him a t-shirt, but he's watching Jim Jones buying his girl bags, $20,000 bags, and he's trying to buy him a t-shirt. Respectfully, that's bad leadership. One time, Birdman was talking to Mike Tyson. And this is out there on record. Birdman was telling Mike Tyson how he the biggest boss. He got this. Look at his jewelry. You know what Mike said to him? That's what fly what you got. But look at your man, though. Your man don't have nothing. That's why these situations be falling apart. Because the dude want to be the boss, but act like he a leader, but these dudes don't have no leadership qualities. What the hell you need 10 chains on for? And by all means, if that's what you do, that's what you do. But don't say you no leader. You could be the boss, but you're not a leader, and they're not one and the same. It is very rare that people could be both. People could be both. The people who moderate on my channel, you could ask them, I hit all of them up one by one. Do you have anything that you're promoting? Do you have anything that you do? Because I'd like to promote you. I got this outlet, right? What good is having an outlet if I'm not sharing it with people who need an alley-oop sometimes? You busting your ass for me. I always say to everybody, yo, you good? Without telling anybody business, you know what I'm saying? But I hit one of my moderators the other day on WhatsApp. Like, yo, you don't have no side hustle or nothing? Because that's what we here for. That's what we build stuff for. Because I know if I look out for you, you gonna look out for me. It go hand in hand. There is no I won. It's a we win. That's why I call the chat room and the people in here the winning team. This ain't for everybody. This is not going to have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people every night because people don't get it. This shit is hard to digest when somebody who's sitting before you is evoking change in your mentality, in the way you eat, in the way you think, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself. It's hard for people to change. You got people in 2025 who still smoke cigarettes, knowing they're going to die from it. Horribly, too. So I started coming to the realization that this ain't for everybody, man. This ain't for everybody. It's for a selective few. This ain't for everybody. I'd rather have 300 people who going to take what I'm saying, internalize it, and do what they need to do than to have 3,000 people that's just looking for who going to get their back kicked in. Who he talking about? Who he dissing? Nah. Because I know that I'm a leader. You know how many people hit me and say, yo, bro, I lost weight because of you. Yo, I put that bottle down. I stopped sniffing dope because of you. I'm a Pisces. I stopped sniffing dope. You know how hard it is to kick dope? All I thought about with you was calling me a custody and telling me what I got to do. That's leadership. I'm not here to boss nobody around. I'm not here to tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing. I'm just here to show you what I did. That's leadership. I had people on Threads. I said, no snacks. Just water, fruit, 2 meals a day, and I drink my BCAAs, which is just branched chain amino acids. How many times I done told y'all about that? How many times I done showed y'all my pantry? And I'm a living testament of losing 120 pounds. You know what some people say? Oh, that's bad. How are you going to tell somebody who lived it out what's bad? And it worked. It worked. We ain't about that Ozempic life. We about hard work, dedication, and discipline. So that's how I could lead the people and say, yo, this is what I did. This is what I did. But now look, you got crews of dudes where they the only fly one, or they following some sloppy dude, or most of the leaders that think they leaders are really bosses who starve their people out. How you a boss and you don't even support your own crew? That's bad leadership. That's the worst leadership. And you seeing it. You seeing it every day, the bad leadership. Or dudes want to have favoritism. How could you have favoritism and you the leader? We look at any organization. That's how it fell apart. Dudes forming armies within armies, forming factions. We the closest, so me and you gonna stick together. Fuck all them other niggas. Nah, with my crew, anybody could be hanging with anybody any day. Shit, it might just be my cousins together. I ain't there. I might have been the glue that put certain people together, but people gonna form their own relationships. It ain't just, yo, dudes hang with me and don't rock with each other. I might turn the corner of the block. Shit, is everybody, somebody else together. They ain't got nothing to do with me. What the fuck y'all niggas doing? Oh, we is, all right, yo, I'm going in the crib. All right, we gonna be out here. Of course, some people gonna gel a little bit more off of common interests. But it never was no, we never ostracized nobody. It was never no little crew over here and then y'all over there. Nah. That's leadership. And the best thing that I ever had around me is because we didn't really have no leaders. Everybody was capable of leading themselves and leading each other. So we had unwritten rules. We had rules that you get held accountable, right? Now check this out too. Now we was in situations, I probably was like, I say I was 13 or 14. I didn't know what we was doing was leader stuff. We used to devise plans of how to get people. Not downing nobody, but like, yo, they be over here. Yo, we gonna go this way. Like 13 years old. This was my mind. Like, yo, we gonna wear this. We gonna wear Raider hats. We 13. Always is like, yo, nah, we could do it like this. Let's do it like that. But I never wanted to be the only one eating. I never wanted to be the only one that was like, yo, this, that, and the third. I never wanted to do that. But that's why these crews break up. And you can name them. You can see the bad, because they still bad leaders to this day. They still bad leaders to this day. Just because you got the money, that don't mean you the leader. That does not mean you are the leader. That means you are the boss. That means you are the boss. You're not the leader. And then it gets passed down. You know, a person that get touched end up touching people, right? So if you come into the culture and somebody beat you out of your pub, out of your royalties, out of your per diem, out of your show money, what you gonna do? You gonna find somebody to beat. So when Big got beat, what'd he say? Me and my nigga Lance took Kim and C's advance. Nigga rapped about it. I see people every day breaking their back for people. And you know what's the most saddest thing? I talk about manhood a lot. Manhood don't have nothing to do with your genitalia. It don't even got nothing to do with you being a male. Manhood is when you can hold your head up high, knowing that you never played yourself, knowing that you're not playing yourself, knowing that you feel good when you look in that mirror and say, yo, I ain't play myself. So when I'm on social media and I see dudes clamoring over each other in the comments, because this dude might give them a look, how you dick eating them and you down with them? How you talking that Pac shit and you roll with Big? See, because support is one thing. Dick riding is another. Support is one thing. Dick riding is another. And I've just be seeing the plays. I'm like, damn, everybody running the play, but ain't you down with them? How you trying to get over here? I grew up with men. My Uncle Sticks, my Uncle Zay, my Uncle Ahmed, my Uncle Omar, my pops, before a lot of them succumbed to substance abuse. My Uncle Ahmed taught me how to bowl. I grew up with men. My older brother never been no custody. My Uncle Fred, a lot of them return to the essence right now. Most of them. I only got like 1 or 2 of them left. But they taught me how to be a man. They taught us how to be men amongst each other. They put boxing gloves on us. They told us, yo, your cousin fight, you better fight too. I don't care if he winning. The whole neighborhood gonna know y'all gonna jump him every time. He don't like him, you don't like him too. You'll never go over there and like somebody your cousin don't like. That's how we was raised. So I'm looking at dudes looking for father figures on social media. But you down with this crew. But you got a bad leader and a bad boss. I done heard the horror stories of most of these rappers who are disgruntled employees. They not eating, and they don't get no direction. So you got a bad boss and a bad leader. You got a bad boss and a bad leader. You're not eating, and you get bad direction? And what's the first thing that you say? Oh, I'm starting my own thing. I'm doing my own thing. Look how many of these dudes who come from these big groups, because in New York City, I can't really speak around the country, right? But let's talk about New York City. The three-headed monster has always been D Block, G Unit, and Dipset. Let's look at the leaders. I can't say who's the leader of D Block because it's never been. It was a three-headed monster. You had Dipset, Cam was the leader. You had G Unit. 50 is the leader. But 50 played the boss and the leader, and Cam played the boss and the leader. Now, out of those crews, what are the offspring of that? Because you judge the fruit, you judge the tree by the fruit that it bears. So is it more people happy? Or is it more disgruntled people? And then you look at who's the leaders and how did they lead? What did they sacrifice? I don't always like his antics. I don't like the way he do shit sometimes, but I could say 50 was a good boss and a leader because he sacrificed himself, took from himself so them dudes could put out albums, so them dudes could be on. He took from himself. This dude was on fire. Nah, don't put out another album on me. Put out a G Unit album so my niggas could eat. That's a leadership. not drinking, not smoking. That's good leadership. Not tricking, not doing shit. Saving his money, being frugal. That's great leadership. They was wearing his jewelry with access to their own. Yayo in the can, coming home to a condo in a M. That's a good leader and a good boss. I will give him that. Now, when you have disgruntled employees that don't want to take your leadership or don't want to do their job and you are the boss, you fire them. You fire them. You fire them. Oh, you don't want to record albums? Oh, I'm telling you, you got to do interviews. You got to pop out more because this is how what I did to get lit. Yo, come with me and you don't want to come? I'm not telling you to go. I'm saying come with me. You don't want to take my leadership and you don't want to take how I'm telling you got to eat so you could pay me back mine. So I got to get you up out of here. That's good leadership and a good boss. Then we could look at Cam. He was not a good leader or a good boss. In my opinion, very selfish. Did a lot of shit. Business-wise, that I'm privy to the information that was put out there. That's just bad. And they suffering to this day because of that. 50 done took records, gave him the game. Yo, I got these records. Oh, give it the game. Let's help his album. Now you got these other crews that's sprouting to this day. I don't want to call nobody out because I really don't care enough. I'm just giving you one to grow on for you and yours. Because I know the mistakes that we made as a crew. I know we had somebody who was the boss because they put up the money, but they wasn't the leader. And they thought they was both. And because you good at chopping down the 6 deuce and getting money, that don't mean you know shit about this music business or this music, period. And that's a problem too. That's why I did the episode about Master P in the independent game, talking about how dudes who were so-called getting street money started thinking they knew the music business. And it's not one and the same. The rap game is not like the crack game because there is no flip. There is no flip. You're going to lose more than you win. This shit is lottery. There is no blueprint. There is no blueprint on how to do this. We just get strategies together and we just go with it. If that don't work, we regroup. But there is no flip. There is no putting 50 and tripling your money or doubling your ones. Sometimes you might get 22 back. You down. You got to go back in. You got to go back in. You got to, damn, we took a L on that one. Let's get them again if we really with it. But a boss going to say, I can't be taking no losses. A leader going to say, how did I fuck up? We got to do it different. But that's why dudes always saying I'm the boss. And they think because they the boss, because they put in the bread or the company is on there. That's why I don't even like having shit in my name. I would never name the chat room the doggy team, or I would never do no shit like that. Anyway, I ain't even gonna get into that. That's a whole That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. I'm one of the only people, and this is crazy too, because I'm one of the only people that can really show you how to do this shit. I'm telling you, you sit down with me and you ask me, you pay a consultation fee, I can really show you how to do this shit. Coach is in the chat. She's one of the people that can really show you how to do this shit. And me and her compare notes on, do this like this. Because there's certain things that she don't know and there's certain things that I don't know. So that'd be a two-headed monster in a lot of shit, because when it comes to some social media shit, I know it, but I don't know it. She took courses on that shit. So I let the coaches coach. The players got to play. The coaches got to coach. The refs got to refs. But nowadays, everybody think they everything. And then when something go awry, they hide. They go away or they blame. Yo, anything that happens with this damn YouTube is my fault. It is my fault. It's my fault. When I had an asshole sitting next to me night after night, the stuff that he started doing that I found got wind of, it's my fault. You know why? Because I presented him to y'all. That's why I came and apologized. That's my fault. I can't say, I didn't know he was in. No, it's my fault. I'm sorry. That's my bad. You ain't asked for that, nigga. I presented it. I gave you that. I put it before you and got mad when you didn't want it. Even when people was giving me insight on some stuff, I turned, just leading with my heart. Always leading with my heart. How many times people warn me about people and I say, like a dumbass, well, I never saw that. They didn't do it to me. But then I don't pay attention to. But you did it to them. And one of the worst things that you can ever think is that somebody ain't gonna do it to you. Do killers kill? Do killers kill? If that lion don't eat that elk, is it a lion? You think lions is vegan or vegetarians? You think they only eat leaves? If that elk be around that lion for so long and that lion eat that nigga, you're gonna be like, yo, the lion ate him. That's what lions do. So in this field that we in, a lot of dudes are very, 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 very predatory because they come from the streets. The streets is very predatory. It's either you gonna get it or get got. That's what it is. So when they started coming into the YouTube space, when they started coming into the rap space, and now the media space, everybody is predatory. Everybody's predatory. Everybody looking for the next lick. Who could I get over on? How could I get somebody? Some people are happy just getting naked pictures. Some people are happy with getting likes. Some people are happy with saying how much views they got. But it's always self-grandizing. It's always about what they got, what they got, what they got. And then we in a situation so bad that people start forgetting what this shit is even all about. They be so lost. Because they get blinded by all of this shit. These lights and these shades and these cameras and I had this, that, and the third. I had a nigga living in my crib with me. Living with me, telling me what he had before me and how he was better than me and shit. And I had this before you. Nigga, that don't matter right now. You can't win today's game off of yesterday's point. You could have had all that shit. You ain't got it now. And that don't make me better than you. But this is the mentality of people. People really talk shit to you and need you. Because in their mind, they're a boss. And you're the boss of you. But guess what? You're not the fucking boss of me, nor the leader of me. I tell y'all night after night, I don't listen to niggas. Why? Because niggas are bad leaders. If I watch you fuck your life up, why would I listen to you? Why would I let you lead me into fucking my life up? Some of the guys that I know make some of the most poor decisions ever. Some of the most poor decisions. But then think they could tell me what I should be doing. Listening to you? Hell no. You ain't got a pot to piss in nor a window to throw it out, but you know everything about everything. And you ain't got a pot, and you ain't got no window. Be careful of certain people. Be careful of certain people. Certain people are leading you straight to nowhere. And you think you got to be attached to them. Because they know how to present it. But you notice when they present it for them. They present it for them. It ain't for everybody. You know how many people ate with me? You know how many motherfuckers I fed? Literally. How many people ate with me? People could call you for everything but opportunity. You notice that? People will call you, yo, you heard? You seen what such and such posted? Yo, listen, what do I do for a living? Perfect example, right? Benzino is my bro. Always gonna be my big bro. I don't care what nobody say about him. He always did right by me. And he showed me true leadership at one point when I was a young male. I asked him something recently. Cause I got some footage that I was talking about last night. And if you wasn't tuned in last night, I got some footage that's gonna shake shit up a little crazy. Right? I asked him, I said, bro, I got this footage, but for once, I don't even know how to present it or put it out because I don't know how I'm worried about somebody's reputation, and it could be the truth, but I'm worried about somebody's reputation. And he said to me, he said, yo, bro, how does the person feed their family? I said, they make music and films. He said, well, how do you feed your family? I said, journalism. He said, all right, so what are you asking? If what you put out is going to feed your family, you're not going to feed your family because you worried about somebody who ain't worried about you? You worried about somebody that when it matters, it don't matter. They don't even know you exist. They going to know you exist now. Who's been a poor leader to his niggas. His own niggas got to take him to court and shit like that. This is what I'm saying. And we be protecting these people. We see bad leadership. And we be protecting these people because of logos and legacies and, nah, you made a good, yo, I don't care. I don't want to see somebody net worth this amount and they mans ain't that. And they mans put in all the money and they mans help to start up money and they mans put in all the work. And every year, a nigga finding a way to cut his people off and cut their throat. That was an off the record conversation I had with Benzino. He knew who I'm talking about. He knew everything. But he told me, yo, how do you feed your family, bro? This is all right. So he was like, I felt stupid and shit because I was like, yo, bro, when y'all had the source, did y'all ever not run a story? Did y'all ever? He said, nah, we ran everything. I said, yo, because I got this content, man. And yo, how do that person feed their family? Yo, they do music, they do films, they do shows. He said, well, how do you feed yours? I said, I do content. Okay, so what are you asking me? I was like, damn, I feel dumb and shit. Because he was right. And I'm here, Mr. Integrity, trying to protect somebody who's been a bad leader, not only to his own crew, but created a blind following and a terrible boss. If you watch me night after night, everything I do and say is always in sequence. Sometimes people don't pick up what I'm putting down. It's always in sequence. It's always leading to something. Nothing, I do not waste my breath. I do not waste my time nor your time. It's always in sequence leading to something. Trust and believe. So when people question me, I'm like, yo, I answered that 4 shows ago. You just didn't get it. How could you be around somebody who can't teach you any tangible skill? We all know how to talk. That's why you got executive producers. You think all these niggas with these podcasts set the cameras up and set the lighting up and do the music? No, that's what directors is for. The director is more than the leader than the nigga who's sitting down. The nigga might have funded everything, but the director is leading, yo, cut. Yo, nigga leaking, go get that sweat off his forehead. Directors direct. A lot of niggas can't micromanage. A lot of niggas get high. They just always hypergamous and always looking for the next thing to create an illusion. You got perception and you got reality. Most people, reality is based off of perception. Shit, my word good. If I drive a Lambo tomorrow, you're going to say that nigga bought a Lambo. A broke clock is right twice a day. So what people do, they build enough trust with you. So when they start lying, you won't even question their fucking lies. But they've been lying the whole time. So that's why when they're right or could show and prove shit, they do it. Oh, yeah, I just bought these chains. The jewelers be in on that shit. I'm car shopping. The car dealers be in on it. Remember you used to see the dude, what's his name? I don't want to blow him up, but it's just the truth. The dude, Nino Brown, used to be in houses. Nigga used to go in abandoned houses and do content. You would think that's his crib. That's just what niggas do. So when a nigga renting somewhere, according to his track record and his credibility, it could be his crib. Niggas professionally cap. Like cap. 1,000% cap. And just hope they sold it enough to where you start believing the cap. Niggas was wearing fake jewelry the whole time. But see, when I call stuff out, because I'm a truther, niggas will call me a hater. Nah, I'm just not into leading people into liars. I'm not used to liars leading the people. Yo, stop lying. Tell the truth. Tell the truth that a lot of people be pop. Tell the truth that a lot of people doing their thing and trying to come up. Stop acting like you jumped the line or you had some cheat code or you did this or you did that. Stop lying, because believe it or not, you will resonate with more people. That's why we don't believe certain people, because we don't believe your come up. We don't believe your come up. You lying. And if you got it like that, why your man behind you with missing teeth? You didn't say, damn, my man gonna be in the videos and shit. Yo, my man look crazy. Yo, his outfit is crazy. What the fuck I look like with a fucking $2,000 outfit on and my man behind me with Oshkosh on? You don't think I look crazy? See, because they so selfish, right? They so selfish, they don't know that nigga's a reflection of you. You the boss, right? You the leader, right? How everybody around you doing bad? If you the boss and you fired them, that's one thing. But you the leader, you gonna say, this is how you do this is how you do that. And let them find a way to do it for themselves after a while. But listen, let's think about war times. Those generals was really on the field letting that thing go. They really was giving the direct orders T90, 90 degrees, drop. They wasn't sitting somewhere. The president would be the boss. Colin Powell would be the real leader. Because, yo, do this. But then he's leading thousands of people to do that. He not giving the orders. He just gave the order as the boss of the situation. But Colin Powell had to lead those troops. That's the perfect example. Colin Powell had to lead those troops. So who your leader? And you ain't my boss if you ain't paying me. You ain't my boss if you don't make sure I'm straight. You're not my boss if you don't check in on your fucking most trusted, hardest workers. You're not my boss. You're not the boss. You're the boss of a logo and a name. That means shit. But a boss gonna make sure everybody's straight. He gonna have the course of action always. And he's gonna be leading by example. My brother Mel, rest in peace. One day I called myself getting on him because my brother had, some health ailments. We was on the block Friday night, always lit on the block. I called myself telling him, yo, you got this going on. You got this going on. Yo, you can't be drinking. You know what the problem was? I was drunk when I was telling him that. Nigga, you drunk right now. How you telling me you can't drink and you drunk? How you telling me I can't drink and you drunk? I'm like, damn, I ain't even really think about that. That's called being a hypocrite. Shout out to my man Steve Starks from CT. Always somebody great to build with. He the one who brought Spesh to my office. He the one who brought Benny the Butcher to my office. El Camino was there. I think he got amnesia now, but he was there as well. But my man Starks delivered them to me, brought them to my office. So I'm always going to have love for Starks, CT from Connecticut, right? I just tap in with people because I don't want nothing from nobody. But again, what's up? What's going on with you? Is there anything I could assist you with? I've always called people and say, yo, you good? How can I help you? Know what he said to me? He said, yo, bro, you said something to me that I'll never forget. I said, what's that? He said, yo, you got to be the change you want to see. So you can't complain about people if you do that same shit. You can't be mad at people if you do that same shit. These hypergamous ass men who's always looking for the approval of another man. I know a rapper who's always calling somebody their uncle and their big brother and shit. You ain't got no uncles? How a rapper your uncle and your mentor? A rapper's your mentor in life? A rapper is your mentor in life? They can mentor you in this rap space, but in life, that's your mentor, your big bro and your uncle? A rapper? A fucking rapper? I don't care who they are. But that's another nigga. Bad leader. These niggas be selfish too, man. I never seen a space where these dudes want everything from you, but don't give shit. You gotta like all they shit. They not liking your shit. These dudes have never, some of these dudes have never shared their platform with nobody. They never share none. They don't post nobody shit. They don't post nobody in their stories. They don't tweet nobody. But expect everybody to bow to them. I'll break your fucking ribs, nigga. Break your ribs. Straight like that. Won't even hit you in your face. Crack one of your fucking ribs. Niggas want everything from you, but give nothing. Because they think they some boss, some fly guy or the authority. You could be the boss of you, but you ain't the boss of me. And you ain't no leader of mine. You ain't no leader of mine. And if it's people who sitting around you, watching your stupid ass, and following your stupid, dumbass, undecisive dumbass, not knowing what to do dumbass, stingy, selfish dumbass, that's on them. That's on them. Shit. Oh, nah, that nigga don't take care of his people. I don't co-sign that. I don't fuck with him. That nigga selfish. Nigga tell me they lost their job. Said they lost their job because they wouldn't get the 1, 2, 3. You know what I say? Fuck it, I'll give you a show on my channel. It's fucked up. That's fucked up. I'll give you a whole show on my channel. I'll pin your Cash App, everything. That's leadership. Right? That's leadership. I'm not the boss of you. But I could lead you. I could do your artwork. I could do all these things. I could help you feed yourself and your family and then do the artwork for your fucking channel and show you how to eat for yourself. So you don't have to be dependent on me. We could use me as a springboard. Follow where I'm going with this. You got a whole sob story. How you got canned. Fuck it. You can eat off my shit. Whatever you get is what you get. You ain't got to send nothing in. You ain't got to send nothing back. Whatever you get is what you get. Every night, you see a nigga with me. Now let me ask y'all something. Peek around. I help a nigga. Nigga try to fuck my shit up. Now ask yourself. Niggas used to see you on my channel with me on the daily. Who the fuck did they help? Who they put on they shit? Who they share they shit with?
Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this.